Hello everyone, and welcome to the pre-season look at Gman Division 1, 2 and 3. I'm Bleedinghippy, and with me is Gerbear.
Hello, everyone.
And yeah, well, sorry about kind of leaving Gman completely alone during last season. I had a lot of exams, but we're back.
And the recaps were like 3 hours long.
Yep, we're back. We're only covering 3 out of 5 divisions this time, so hopefully it won't be too long.
Hopefully.
Right, I guess we'll start with Division 1. That's
Yeah.
the most interesting. So, we've got they're mainly Division 1 teams. There's 4 from Division 2 that moved up, and a couple from Division 3 that moved up. So, yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of teams like dropped from Division One, whether it's from being low rated in the division or just leaving G-Man or starting with a new team.
Yeah.
So like we lost nearly all of our elves, which is really sad.
Yeah, the G-Man is no longer the elf part of the league. I don't think there are many elves in the lower divisions either. No, there aren't. Everyone's re-rolling into Nurgle and Chaos Dwarves and things like that.
Yeah, those are teams that like at high TV just wreck everything.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I did that, so I can't
But you
complain.
were playing Chaos before that, so you were going for the same plan.
Yeah, but before that, I was High Elves. So I mean, I just set the trend for everyone else. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. Let's have a look at some of these teams. So, first off, High Sales. They came 8th last season, I think, from looking at the Mordrak thing of the division. Some of these division placements might be a little bit wrong because the way that they rank them is using the champion ladder ranking and not the normal 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw kind of ranking. So I'm not completely sure if these are exactly accurate. But yeah, they've got a natural one turner now, which is
Yeah.
pretty insane.
It's like agility 5. He should die in a fire.
Yep. I'm going to try and kill him. I think I'm playing him in the second game, so definitely try and kill him. Still got Captain Kush and Longbong Silver, the veterans of the team who are doing really well. Yeah,
Outside of that minus movement.
yeah, the minus movement's a bit of a shame, but I mean you can't fire a minus plus strength war dancer over something like that.
Yeah, but it sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, the catcher. Whilst it's the only catcher on the team, they're going to level up really fast because I imagine they'll be scoring a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah. At least one each game.
Yeah, I would imagine I'd get Sure Feet next, just to make the one turn very easily, and then you can probably get Leap or something as the last skill.
Like Leap is pretty good with that agility 5. You just ignore the tackle zones.
Yep. Yeah. So, pretty good team. They just need to get some more catches. It looks like they've had a few casualties recently, but one.
Yeah, like right now, especially when you consider that probably the one turner is going to be benched as long as you can. Like
Yep.
your field position isn't that strong for the high team value play in G-Man Division 1 at least.
Yep.
Like Captain Kosh is not enough to hold your team.
I can't even put them on the bench. Actually, they've only got 9 players at the moment, not including the one that's missing the next game. So it's gonna be a while before the catch can be put put in the safe position.
But I believe in the crowd and the rocks.
Yep. I mean, it's really hard to stop a Wood Elf team with a one turner. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Then we've got Interdimensional Bullshit, who came 4th, I believe, last season. They made it to the round of 16 in the playoffs. And they've got a lot of dodge and a lot of block.
Yeah, it's an elf team, but like I've seen it in action. I've played against them this season, and I feel like the strength 2 agility 5 catcher is such a weakling.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would keep them.
Like he's been here for a season and he made some touchdowns, yeah, but like what is he supposed to do? Like grab the ball after you miraculously drop it? How do you
Yeah.
drop the ball?
Yeah, I guess it's just a recovery and maybe for one turning. That thrower with strong arm, accurate, sure hands, and plus movement is now basically a new version of Long Bong Silver from the Wood Elf team, but with plus armor value and only 10k more. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's good value.
Yeah, just starting off with that. The safe throw is really nice. But yeah, I mean, this team has always historically done pretty well, so I imagine it'll be in the upper half of this, unless they get completely smashed apart by one of the many bash teams in the league in this division now.
Like I think it would have a tougher time against non-elves because that strength 2 sometimes can block like a catcher on a Wood Elf team, and you have like 3 tackles, so you just can out elf and be like half bash, half elves.
Yeah.
But against bash, like they will just kill you, and they don't care about your fancy skills.
Yeah. And the bash teams are much more likely to be 3-dicing that catcher as well, which makes a big difference.
And they have like piling on mighty blow, so with a 3 dice, he's probably dead or
Yep.
like KO.
Yeah. The elf teams, they might have to start retiring, because I mean, with the introduction of slightly more bash last season, we saw quite a few high elf teams get kicked out of Division 1. Well, it wasn't that many. It was a couple. But still, with the high TV bash teams, it's more and more likely that some of these teams are going to get retired.
Yeah, like I'm expecting a lot of retired teams from Division 1, even bash teams, just because we have lots of Nergels and KOs.
Yep.
And like just dwarves and all.
Yeah. That's the thing with these kind of leagues is, like, for the first few seasons, sort of orcs and dwarves are like the best bash teams, and then once the chaos and nurgles start to get developed, they just end up getting like just injured into death and just having to retire.
Yeah, it's like the orcs can still kill the chaos, and just it's a bloodbath for a while, and then the elves start to return when the orcs and dwarves just like die off, and there's no longer that much tackle in the division.
Yeah. Okay. Continuing with the elf theme, we have Jungle Corsairs, coached by Dreamify. So they came 5th in Division 1 last season, I believe.
That is an interesting blitzer.
What, the +2 movement piling on Mighty Blow?
Yeah, like, is there any other blitzer?
Oh, that's kind of... I don't know, it feels almost like a waste.
Like, with the witch having also one movement, I think like the movement 9 kinda sucks, because he will never be a one turner because he doesn't have the skills, and he will become a good loner because he doesn't have the skills. Like, too important roles, but he couldn't be the insane.
Yeah, I think.
Jump up so much better against everything.
Yeah, tackle would be really nice. Like it's the kind of thing where it's just you kind of want to go one way or the other. You want to make them the one turner or the killer. And now they're sort of in the middle, they're kind of not that great at either. I mean, don't get me wrong, piling on Mighty Blow is still amazing for elf teams, but it could be a much better killer.
Like, especially like if you have a piling, you definitely jump up. Insane.
Yeah, jump up is really nice. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, they've got quite a lot of injuries. Are these just missed next games? Yeah. Oh no, the assassin's been niggled. What a shame. You'll have to retire the assassin.
Oh, the precious. He even had block.
I think you're getting a little bit distorted. Hang on, I might just rejoin the channel. Yeah. Alright, can you say something again?
Is it okay right now?
It's a little bit distorted, but I'm not sure if that's just me or if it'll also appear up on the recording. Because we had that before, where you like got really distorted for me, but it was absolutely fine on the recording, and I have no idea why. So
I have no way to check which one it is.
Neither do I. Right. So it seems okay. We'll continue on and hope it's okay. All right. So after Jungle Corsairs,
It's SS because Wolfright. I'm still salty about that game.
losing to Gloom and Zoom in the playoffs.
Yeah. I'm kept losing, but one of these fouls against all shouldn't be twice.
Sorry, what did you say? You cut out.
One assist fouls against AV9 Orcs should not be injuries without dirty player twice in a game.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah. And Wolfrider should not 1 in 36 every single GFI, but like did that all season, so
did Wolfrider die?
Sweet. No, he GFI'd and got fouled.
Ah.
And died.
But yeah, I mean, your Black Orcs are still fine. Your Black Orcs are still doing really well.
Yeah, they really improved last season, but the team is a bit lacking, especially when I need something for an edge against the Chaos teams and the Nergals.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you've got plenty of Mighty Blow. It's just...
Mighty Blow is not enough.
Yeah, well, Mighty Blow is not great when you compare it to Claw Mighty Blow.
Or Claw Mighty Blow piling.
Yeah. Claw Mighty Blow piling on just has an insane removal rate. It's just crazy. You got a couple of dirty players though in case they do pile on, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, but like as orcs, it's kind of tough to foul because you're slow, and like after you lost the Black Orc, taking the killer still really sucks for you.
Yeah.
Because usually killers are much more disposal for the Chaos team because they can replace them really easily. But like if you get minus strength on a Black Orc, like good luck leveling him up ever.
Yeah. So, all right. So we'll move on to Bargain Boozers, the only dwarf team who came 6th last time. They've got quite a few niggles now.
And I'm not sure it's a dwarf team. Like, look at those agilities. That's an elf team.
Well, it's a very slow elf team. Yeah. Some of these players look amazing, and then some of them I've just niggled.
Yeah, niggled rookies are not the best.
Yeah. How many they've only got 11 players. Actually, no, they'll have 10 players for their first game.
I'm expecting the rookie niggle to get fired as well.
Yeah, they do have enough to buy one more Longbeard if they want to.
It's a good Wolf team, but once again, like even more than my Wolf team, they lack an edge against Chaos. Although that Agi5 can do a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, the Agi5 will be interesting. It's a shame they don't have dodge. If they had dodge as well, it would be pretty amazing.
Like if he had wrestle instead of block, like you can just go for like tackle and then take leap on doubles and try to do like silly wall flipping.
Yep, he's a very slow war dancer with plus armor value.
And the thick skull.
Yeah, but they've still got all the tools they need to destroy some of the elf teams, so I think they'll still do pretty well. It's just how much they get bashed up by all the claw that's now in the league.
Yeah, like 4 guard is low, and no piling on for the elf teams as well, which is going to suck.
Yeah. Okay. Then we've got the first of the Division 2 teams, Lorix Wraiths, who were middle of the pack last season in Division 2, but I'm assuming because a lot of people decided to re-roll, they've been bumped up to Division 1. And they've got some very nice mummies apart from the niggle.
No, niggled mummies are the worst.
And an insane zombie.
What is with these pomp linemen in Gman? I think that the peasant is still alive.
Yeah. That's a crazy zombie. Getting 3 doubles.
The zombie is good, but outside of mummies, this is a rather weak undead team, which is a weak race at high PP play.
Yeah.
It's going to be insanely difficult to go to playoffs.
Yeah. Without some really developed wights and ghouls, they're going to struggle both against both elves and bash teams, I think.
Yeah, like you have a sure hands, which is a must against the elf teams, but is he really enough?
Yeah.
Probably not for defensive. Like you don't really have the guard to cage up and walk slowly, because if you walk slowly with the mummies in the cage, you do nothing all of the half.
Yeah. And there isn't really apart from the tackle mighty blow white, there's probably not going to be a huge amount of removal of the elves. So you can't really get much of the player advantage.
You have a strength 6 mummy for 3 dice, which is good, but not enough.
The cage diving with that strength 6 mummy will be interesting. That sounds fun to me. But I mean, seeing as they're only movement 3, it's going to be pretty easy for people to just make sure that the cage is out of reach of the strength 6 mummy.
Yeah. Like if you just put an orc lineman on it, he will never be able to dive the cage because he needs to make a 5+ dodge to save the break tackle for the cage dive.
Yeah. Yeah. But we'll see. I think this is maybe not going to be doing too well in this division. It's just I don't think they're developed enough to keep up with some of the really bashy teams and the elf teams. Unfortunately,
it's not developed enough for an undead team at high TV, and like a developed high TV undead team still kinda sucks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, undead, they're amazing at low TV, but when it gets to high TV, they just get outclassed by almost every other team.
Like, the best comparison is to Necro because they are pretty much good low TV Necros.
Yeah. Okay, then we have En Passant, Crimson Fox's chess chaos team, who've got a nice amount of claw mighty blow piling on. However, the other two chaos warriors not being very well developed is a bit of a shame. And there's a lot of fend for a chaos team.
Yeah.
You
I'm
don't-
not sure about Fend.
Yeah, you don't normally see so much fend on chaos teams.
Like, you normally don't see so much Fend unless it's a Bretonian.
Yeah, that is true. Or a Narian with his wood elf teams. He likes to take fend a lot.
Yeah, but that's like when they are high level and it's like a 3K TV team, so
Yeah.
whatever, take any skill you want, you win anyway.
Yep. But they've got a nice ball carrier, Blodge, sure hands. That agility 5 wrestle tackle. It's looking nice. Just a cage diver, maybe. If they took 2 heads as well, that's a very good cage diver.
I think he's like hoping for the doubles for a leap.
Yeah, if they could get leap, that would be amazing. But especially with horns, like being able to blitz with strength 4 and leaping in on a 2+ is pretty amazing.
Yeah, but like this team is going to have a very hard time versus even normal bash because one guard means only the strength 5 really gets blocks.
Yep. Yeah, I think I would have preferred if it was me to take guard instead of fend on those beastmen, just so that you have more guard for bash matchups.
Like, I think that even block would have done more than fend, but I just evaluate fend as a very low tier skill.
I mean, it can be good. It can be very annoying when there's lots of it, but I'm not sure if 3 is enough for it to be that annoying.
Like, it's good on diving tackle players just because when you sidestep, not being able to follow up can sometimes fuck their plan, especially with Frenzy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, unless people have 7 piling on players and you really don't want to get piled on the LOS, like I don't see why take fend on 3 beastmen.
I hope no one has 7 Polygon players, because that's an insane team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, we just have 7 pylon players and normal players will play with loners.
Yeah. Okay, then we have the last Dark Elf team. I forgot to say, the that Chaos team were 2nd in Division 2, so they were doing pretty well. And I think they made it to the playoffs, or I might be mistaken. I think
second, then yes.
Oh, I think no, they were joint 2nd, and I think they didn't make it because they lost the tiebreaker to the next team, Black Pyramid, who won the tiebreaker. I think is what happened. So they had the same record in Division 2, but I think Black Pyramid won the tiebreaker because, well, they got knocked out in the first round of the of the playoffs, but they were in the playoffs.
Yeah, Gman did not do well this playoff.
No, I think that the best was Pete getting to the quarterfinals, and everyone else got knocked out in the first or second round. So
And Pete had like a 3-1 round because he finished first.
yeah.
So, like, we won 1 game at best.
Oh dear. Hopefully next season, Gman can live up to their reputation in the playoffs. Right. Okay. So yes, Black Pyramid. I remember last season they were looking very good in Division 2 because they have so much dodge, and no one in Division 2 had much tackle. They've still got a lot of dodge. They've got a ton of sidestep too now, and some tackle and mighty blow.
Yeah, it's a very nice Dark Elf team.
Yeah, I think I played them in one of the spin games. Yeah, and Riff's a pretty good player. So I expect this Dark Elf team to do pretty well, actually.
Like he did do well last season as well, so I'll be surprised if they like do so poorly they drop back to Division 2.
Mm.
But like finishing first in this division is very difficult because you have so many big names.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'll be surprised if I manage to claim a playoff spot this time with only 3 playoff spots, I believe, which really sucks.
Yeah. I think it's going to be, to a certain extent, whose team doesn't get destroyed the most.
I'm really bad at that game.
Yeah. I mean, we might end up in the situation where we're going to do really badly in the playoffs again just because everyone got their teams killed.
Yeah, like we won before because that is what Rel did, and now we need to not do this, so we will win again.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Then we have Karan's Mighty Knights, the Brett team, who came 9th in Division 1 last season, I think. So they are really low team value compared to everyone else. I think they're at least 300 below everyone. Oh, not quite. They're 240 below Jungle Corsairs. But yeah, there's a big team value difference with this team.
Yeah, like he's missing 2 positionals.
Mm.
He only has 2 rerolls and no leader, and like he has 1 really good player, which is a Bretonian player, so he's still.
Yeah, I mean that strength 4 guy is very nice. The plus movement, sure hands, dodge, sidestep, that's pretty good too. But the rest of the team is a bit meh, really. Like you don't have a proper piling on tackle killer, which you kind of want.
He has a couple of guard, but like every team that you will try to play as bash against will have like 6 guard because it's orcs or like Nergal or chaos.
Yeah, and even quite a lot of the elf teams have some guard because they rolled a couple of doubles.
Yeah.
So
like you will have no edge on the elves outside of like 1 mighty blow without tackle, which is not enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be a not very good season for the Frets, unfortunately. Who knows? They might bounce back, but I think with the amount of bash teams and the TV disadvantage, I don't think they're going to do very well.
Yeah, like bash teams is a very difficult matchup for bets, like at any TV.
Yep.
So, like, I wouldn't be surprised to see this team like as 4 peasants at the end of the season.
Yeah, though they do get access to Griff, who is one of the best star players, and they probably have enough money to buy Griff in most of the matchups. So we could see some ridiculous plays with Griff coming out. But I think
He's the Lord and Savior, but like
yeah, it's going to be
the
hard.
Lord and Savior, claw pomp, tackle, strength 4, beastman.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Then we've got Sage, who came 3rd, I believe.
No, he should have been 2nd.
Oh no, yeah, he came 2nd.
Like, we were tied, but we didn't really care who goes as 2nd or 3rd, so I just gave it to him.
Yeah, and it was another casualty to the first round losses of the Gman in the playoffs. Oh dear.
Yeah, like I gave him the 2nd place spot, but no one, like both spots were really bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think most people expected him to do at least a little bit better than coming out first, going out the first round. But I can't.
Yeah,
I have a feeling I can't remember what happened in the game, but I think he got a little bit unlucky in that game.
I wouldn't have called it a little bit when like dancers leap into your cage, do like one dice 3 times in a row successfully,
Oh, is that what
and like
happened?
you never get bows.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Maybe maybe quite a bit more than a little unlucky.
Like,
But
like even with those dice, he was so close to like getting it to overtime, but failed.
yeah. But he's got a nice team. A nice claw pommer guy who's getting pretty close to tackle. The Warriors are very nice. Is this Frenzy guy niggled? No, he's just missed next game. So that's nice. I'm playing him first round, so I'm glad that this Strength 4 Frenzy guy is not going to be playing for the team this round.
It's going to be an interesting match, but I hope that everyone dies. No offense, but I need your team dead as well.
No, I think if I just go into this, I'm going into this game against the Sage hoping, just hoping that the team doesn't die. I mean, I'm not too bothered about the result. I don't think my team's going to do particularly well this season, but I'm just hoping we can survive the season. Is my plan.
It doesn't really work when everyone is bash. Like even the elves here can kill you randomly.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it's a nice team. The only thing is, against the elves, he might need a bit more tackle.
Like strength 4 tackle is really good, but he did lose some tackle, I believe, during the season.
Yeah. When that claw pommer gets to tackle, then I think they'll start to be really smashing the elves apart.
Well, they are elves, so they can still win.
Yeah. That's the annoying thing about elves. They can win when they've even got like 3 players left.
Yeah, like you have one player to hit the ball, one player to score. It's enough.
Hey, with a natural one-turner, you only need 2 really. One person to pick it up and chuck it to the one-turner, and then the one-turner just scores. Okay. Then we've got Pete's Orc team, who are basically the champions of the Gman. Not only did they come first, but they also did the best in the playoffs. But he's got a very nice team. Ooh, there's a niggle on that, plus agility guy. That's not very nice. But it's a pretty strong team.
Yeah, like I did kill one of his black orcs, like in the last game of the season, which he got mad about. But he managed to get like block again, so the team is working.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty lean team as well. Like, there's not much bloat as well. So maybe the thrower is getting a little bit bloaty with all those skills.
Yeah, like I hope that my throwers die quickly enough before they score. Like you need block, but the rest is like it feels really weak. Like kickoff return, like half of the time even does something, and even when it does something, like you just get high kick and cry.
Yeah. But Pete's a good player. I would be surprised if they didn't do well this season. I think if Pete doesn't do well, it's probably because his team got murdered.
Yeah, like game 1, 3 dead black orcs to like something random.
Yeah. Then we've got another Division 2 promotion. I think these guys were first, the Cornajo Carnages, something like that. I mean, the problem with this team is they're just not really developed enough to deal with a lot of the teams in Division 1.
Yeah, they feel a lot like the Bretonians, although the Bretonian has better players, like higher level players, which is sad for Bretonia. But like, one claw without mighty blow, two mighty blow is probably not enough to kill anything, and you don't have the guard to deal with a developed bash team.
Yep. And there isn't really a ball carrier as well, which is going to make it hard against the elf teams too.
I expect a sure hand on that level up, just
Yeah.
because, like, elves.
They did well in the playoffs. They were one of the few Gman teams that managed to win their first game, so they got that going for them.
Better than me.
Better than me too, unfortunately. Yeah. So yeah, this is the problem with the sort of Division 2 and Division 3 teams that got promoted. When you compare them to the teams that have been in Division 1 for a long time, they have much fewer games played, and so the development isn't really as good.
Yeah, there are like one or two teams from season 1 still here, so they have crap loads of game on their back.
Yep. I think the Wood Elves, they're an original team, aren't they? And like, I don't think Longbong Silver. I think he's played in every season, something like that.
Yeah, I believe both Dreamifies and NHR's teams are like original from season 1. Probably also those guys interdimensional bullshit, but I'm not sure.
Maybe. I don't remember them when I was playing in season 1, but maybe they are. What season did your team get started in?
Season 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a bit younger.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's the Cornejo Carnages. Then we've got my team, who did well for Nurgle, fresh Nurgle. We came joint first in Division 3, but then I won the tiebreaker game. So technically I'm first, but really joint first. I mean, I like my team. The only problem is I'd like a lot more development before going to Division 1, really.
Yeah, you would have like cloned the piling on guy and made more tackle.
And
like,
more guard definitely.
Yeah, more skills on like the rookie Nurgle Warrior and the one on the 6 SPP Nurgle Warrior. Like scoring touchdowns on Black Orcs or Nurgle Warriors or whatever it is possible in Division 1. I did it. I scored like 5 last season. Don't ask me how.
Yeah.
It's called like wizarding an elf and then going with the Black Orc and picking up the ball. It works, so...
Yeah.
But usually it doesn't happen unless you just go all in on believing that you have to level those players up.
Yeah. I did have one more guard for the playoffs, which I lost first round to some Norse. But it was a guard, Rotter, who died. Also worthy of mentioning is Kevin Cosner, who has died 3 times already as a Nurgle Warrior. And has now got 0 SPP. I don't think he's managed to level yet. He just died every time before getting to 6 SPP.
That's when you think that you maybe need a new name.
Well, I can't really. There aren't enough characters from Brooklyn 99. Brooklyn 99 to give. Like I just don't know what other character really deserves to be a Nurgle Warrior. I guess if Gina Linetti, the Rotter, dies, then maybe she could be a Nurgle Warrior. But yeah.
Hopefully, he will level up eventually. Maybe after my game against you.
Maybe the 5th incarnation of Kevin Costner will level up. Who knows?
Maybe when he reaches the magnificent number of 99.
Yeah.
Just maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I also need some more tackle, just to deal with a few elves. But The piling on Mighty Blow Tackle has been doing pretty good work against elves, so hopefully he can keep that up.
Yeah, with Tentacle, you do have some anti-elves measures.
Yeah, I'd like more though.
You always like more, but like even with all of your, even when you play dwarves and everyone have tackle, you want more tackle.
Okay, and then finally we have the other Division 3 team, Kezruz's Necromantic team, who were another first round casualty in the playoffs. But this is a really nice team, I think.
Yeah, it's like I really like the Mighty Blow Wolf, but everyone likes Mighty Blow Wolves.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't take tackle on the Mighty Blow Wolf instead of sidestep. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's a weird choice.
Because you want to be killing the elves, and Claw Mighty Blow tackle for elves, like the Dark Elves and the High Elves, will be really nice.
Like, the only reasoning I can somewhat accept for taking sidestep early is saying that you need 3 anti-one-turners just to put on the line and forget with the 2 flesh golems. But do you really want him on the line, especially when like some of the elf teams has tackle Mighty Blow players? So okay, I don't want turn, I just kill your best player.
Yeah.
Or just like have a natural one-turner and laugh.
Yeah. The other werewolf is worth mentioning too. 9 movement, can easily one-turn too. Well, kind of easily. With agility 3, it's not so easy. But
yeah, like just catching the ball, unless it's a lucky touchback, it's usually going to be like a 5+.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be. I mean, it's nice to have the option open. Okay, so that about wraps it up for Division 1. I think it's going to be pretty hard to determine who's going to do really well in this division. Because
if I had to say a name, I would probably go Sage, because he's a good coach with a good team, with a good rate. So, yeah, but maybe Pete will still win against him. Maybe Pete will not explode. Maybe the elves will be elves and win.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I reckon, for top 3, I reckon it's probably going to be Sage, Pete, and one of the elves, is what I reckon. But I'm not sure which elf.
Elves?
Pardon?
You said which elf, so I had to dump a joke.
Oh.
About which elf?
I see. Okay. Right. So let's move on to Division 2 and see what we've got. So I have not prepared so much for Division 2, but let's have a look. So we've got, I think, only one team from Division 1 that actually stayed around after getting demoted and didn't reroll, which is the Heretics of Lilith. I think all the others were previously Division 2 or have been promoted from Division 3 or 4.
Yeah,
or 5.
2 teams didn't sign up yet, so maybe there are like 2 more, but just Heretics of Lilith right now.
Yeah.
And I see the Form Peasant team next to them.
Yeah. If you haven't signed up yet, well, you're not going to get mentioned in this, so you should have signed up.
Yeah, you might even not get your spot.
Right, so Heretics of Lilith, they were in Division 1, but I think I don't know what exactly happened with them in Division 1. I think they just got bashed up a lot.
they like slowly got killed and didn't win enough games early on to stay in the division.
Yeah. But the team it's not doing too badly, all things considered. I mean, you've got you've got the Mighty Blow piling on, which is the dream for pretty much all elves.
There are so many dark elves with like piling on mighty blow elves.
And it's so good
Why?
with Dark Elves as well.
Like the bash teams have like AG5 monsters, and the elf teams have like bomb.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this is a pretty good team. They've got enough dodge to do pretty well against teams that don't have much tackle. The main problem is gonna be the army of loners, probably.
Yeah, like it probably was what lost him last season, and he does have some cash in the bank, and will probably face nicer teams that don't just have all the mighty blow, so
Yeah.
they can recover, but it's not going to be a free recovery.
If they wanted, they could buy 2 players and be up to no loners. The only problem with that is you might just then have linemen die and then you've got nothing in the bank. Anyway.
Yeah, like for one game you can probably afford 2 loners, especially when it's like rookies or loners
Mm.
and your elves, so it's not too bad. You want to wait until you can get a bench.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, I think what I would do is wait until, like, only buy players when either a positional dies or because you're over 150,000.
Yeah.
Like,
Or you can actually get a bench, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
still kind of far.
But yeah, I mean, they've got all the block and dodge that you would assume a Dark Elf team would have. So I think they could still do well. And we know Andy's a pretty good player. This team got absolute, like, the first season. I think that was my first game with my Chaos team. The first season that this team played in, they got absolutely destroyed by the Chaos team. Like, I think they had three dead players and like a minus strength player, and so that was what sparks the rule that you can now, if your team is dead enough, you can just decide to restart with a fresh team mid-season. But he still managed to bring it back, and I think maybe even win that division, or it was close to the top when that happened.
Yeah, I remember being really close to overtaking his 4th place for like advancement, but I failed.
Yeah. But yeah, so good coach. And I think we may be seeing them back in Division 1 in Season 7.
Unless they explode.
That's always possible. Then we've got the piling on peasant,
Yes.
who's now -2 movement and minus agility.
Best player ever.
That's funny. But yeah, they've got some nice blitzers. I'm a bit confused about the strong arm. I guess they want to be passing, but I wouldn't.
They do have like catch and can take accurate next level for like long bonk silver levels of passing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I guess. I'm just not sure how much you want to be passing with Bretts, because I mean, only the blitzers are going to be really good receivers.
Well, the dream as Brett is usually to become either a real bash team or a real elf team and not stay Brett. So, like, he's going for the dream.
Yep. So these were a team that were in Division 2 last season. They sort of finished roughly in the middle. And I don't know. I think this team could do well. The only
Like,
thing is,
they
like,
have everything you need for a Brett team to work,
yeah,
but I'm still not sure if Brett teams can even work without like an insane coach behind them.
yeah. We'll see. And there is quite a lot of what I'd call bloat on the peasants, but other people might call fun.
He is the best player ever in the history of players.
He's not even a Black Orc anymore. He's worse than a Black Orc with agility 1.
Well, he never really was with strength 3, but I'm still hoping for strength up.
Yeah. He's like a minus strength, minus agility, and -2 armor value Black Orc. But yeah, I guess he does cost less than Black Orc with these skulls. Okay, then we've got the Norse team, who are also in Division 2, which is Major Bite, who did have he did have 2, like, really sort of high team value runners, and then everyone else was kind of a bit meh last season. And then he fired one, and it looks like he's leveled up agility again. So, who knows?
The team reminds of the team from last season a lot.
Mm.
Like, you still have one berserker with a skill and one skill, so
Yeah.
berserkers are still not enough. You have good wolves, not good enough. Like, strength 5 is insane, but when you roll strength 5 after mighty blow, you feel really greedy.
Yeah.
Because on that block earlier.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a long time to get to block. But I don't know, if the berserkers can get leveled up, this is going to be like a really scary Norse team. I think just at the moment, because the berserkers aren't doing so well, it's going to be hard to win, because, well, Norse are one of those kind of teams where you either kill everyone or your whole team dies. That's the kind of matches they normally have. And
usually your whole team dies from experience.
yeah, and when you don't have the berserker sort of piling on tackle mighty blow, then you can't really get the you kill everyone scenario so much. And it tends to be more your whole team dies.
North is a really good team early on because they counter elves so well. With like 2 good berserkers, no one can reach so good killers so quickly.
Yeah.
And like replace them so easily. But even if he reaches Division 1, he's just going to get smashed by the Orcs, Chaos, and like Nergal. Yeah, Chaos is like a better bash matchup, because they are AV8 mostly, and like they don't have as much guard, but they still die.
Yeah. Okay, then we've got the good old days, Skaven, who I believe just missed out on getting to the playoffs last season because of some really like crazy cage dive on a 6+ or something like that. That sacked the ball.
Like, he played against the richest T, and T was salty, so he just like did a 6+ dodge and it worked, so he won.
Oh T. But yeah, I mean, Random Boy's a good coach, and he's got some very nice players. That Storm Vermin getting close to Claw Mighty Blow. The only thing that the team is really missing is a 1-turner, like a natural 1-turner. If someone can get plus movement, then this is going to be a really scary team.
Yeah, like, Skaven don't need much to be insanely scary. Having plus strength and like doubles for big hands is really good.
Yeah.
Like, something he might be lacking is guard, depending on what he's playing against.
Yeah. But it's a nice team. Random Boy's a good coach. I think they could be one of the teams that get promoted to Division 1 next time. I'm not sure. I haven't looked too much at the rest of the division, but I think this is a good contender.
Yeah, it's a team to look at for sure. Like, never say that Skaven can't win 13 games in a row.
Yeah, they definitely can. Okay, then we've got... Is that Metal's team? Yeah. Things that make you go, with his full mighty blow first on Nurgle Warrior plan is paid off.
It went insanely well.
Yeah, he just did a like last season in Division 3. He might not have won a lot of games, but he did a lot of casualties, like an insane amount of casualties.
Just killed everyone.
Yeah. The only downside is the Pestigors are not particularly well developed.
Looks like he's not going for a Clopom Pestigor as well. Like, he took Frenzy, Wrestle, and Sure Hands. Like, Sure Hands is understandable. Like,
Yep.
Wrestle is nice for a ball sucker, and like Frenzy is good, but someone needs to go Clopom.
Yeah. I mean, what I tend to do is I make the Wrestle guy and the Frenzy guy the same Pestigor. So I go Wrestle first, then Frenzy. And then, like, the other one is the killer. Or actually, I have two killers, right? Because I have the fourth Pestigor too.
Like, usually you don't want to take the fourth Pestigor until you already leveled the other three, because they are insanely bloaty.
Yeah, that is the problem with Nurgle. Like, their players are so expensive, but they are such a good team once they've got the skills that make up for the so expensive players.
And like everyone is so high TV that like costing 100k more doesn't matter really.
Yeah. But no, I think Metal might be killing a lot of teams this season.
He probably will.
But I think some of these rotters might need to get fired. Like, the one that's minus movement and no skill maybe should get fired.
Well, he's probably saving to be able to buy the last Pestigor when he needs, and it's line fodder. You don't really care.
Yeah.
Especially when you win. Like, you don't even play to win, you play to kill.
Yeah. Metal. Okay. Then we've got T's infamous Humies. Who started off well in Division 3 last season, and then I killed a couple of his good players, and yeah, I think he had a plus strength blitzer and another good blitzer, and I killed both of them in the same game, which was a bit of a shame for him. But I mean, he's got some nice blitzers now. That plus agility plus movement one's very nice.
Yeah, it's like a nice human team, but not a very developed one.
Yeah. Yeah, it needs a little bit more guard on the blitzers and probably some piling on just to deal with some of the crazy players.
Yeah, I would like a blodge catcher as well, just to be annoying.
Yeah, I imagine the guard one is going to get blocked next.
Yeah, guard on movement 8 is pretty good.
And plus agility on the throw is nice. It means he can really start to sort of try and out-elf some elf teams as well.
Like, he just becomes consistent as a defensive ball carrier.
Yeah. But yeah, I think T's team will hopefully do well.
Or die.
Or die, that's always possible. Now we've got Cryptically Humorous, which sounds like a familiar name. Were they the same? Oh, they were. Yeah, they were.
I think it's a team, a Division 2 team.
Were they Division? Oh no, they were Division 3. Yeah, that's why it's familiar, because I played them. Right. So there's a Movement 5 mummy. That's something you don't see very often.
Break tackle is going to be really fun.
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy with the Movement 5 break tackle. And he's got block as well. That's kind of crazy. Wow.
He's still so slow.
But he's so good, despite being 210,000, which is quite a lot.
Like, this is, like, if he rolls plus strength and break tackle, like, this is what an undead team needs to be competitive at high TV, but it's still really, really silly.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. But otherwise, the team's pretty nice. I'd like to see some more tackle, definitely, on whites, and maybe some piling on whites.
Yeah, like, the tackle on the goal is kind of confusing. I would expect wrestle first, if he's
Hmm.
going to be a ball sucker.
Yeah. But it might have been he just he got the level up just before he was going to face a ton of dodge, and he had no tackle, so he decided, right, I'll just get tackle for this one game. I think I've done that before with some skills.
Yeah.
The last minute tackle is the best tackle.
Well, the best tackle is the one that kills like 3 elves.
Yeah. Yeah. They're surprisingly. Oh, hang on. No, I just misread the team value. For some reason, I thought it was 1260 instead of 1620. I was going to say, this seems really low team value for so many skills. But no, it's just 1620.
Undead is a min-max team,
Yeah.
but that's good.
Yeah. Not that crazy. Right. Then we've got another Nurgle team. Combat Bunnies, Dead Bad and Ugly, who've got a nice Pestigore, but I'm not sure what happened to the rest of the team.
Yeah, like, out of the 3 Division 3 Nergals, this is the one that didn't go well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the thing with Nurgle. Like, you're not expecting a great start, and I think Combat drew the short straw on terms of the Nurgle starts in Division 3.
Like, to be honest, 2 out of 3 Nergal teams actually getting a good start.
Yeah.
There's no way that this is the actual proportion of good starts for Nergal teams. Like, it's more closer to like the 40%.
Yeah. But I mean, the Pestigore is looking good. Just needs to get the other Pestigores. And, I mean, the Warriors are doing pretty well. Like, the Warriors aren't too shabby. The Beast is doing nice with a block. That's nice.
You also want a bench as soon as you can.
Yep. And a dedicated bull carrier would be good. But I guess you don't really need a dedicated bull carrier because you're still wanting to be scaling up Pestigores quite a lot. So I guess that's not hugely important at the moment.
Yeah, you're still in the part of the Nergal plan where you just play for SPP.
Yeah. I think that's still what I'm going to be doing this season.
Yeah, but you're going to have a really tough time doing that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Although, like, meta teams can really just, if they face later in the season, just like come with like 3 Claw Mighty Blow warriors and destroy.
Yeah. Okay, then we've got another Nurgle team. This is a very Nurgly division. Mutant Ninja Rotters. Ooh, is that just a Miss Nate's game? Yeah, okay. So they've got a nice Pestigore ball carrier who's unfortunately missed next game.
And a nice ball sucker.
Yep, and a nice killer.
They don't have a beast, which might be preference, but usually you want a Beast of Nergal.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, Beast of Nurgle is definitely a preference thing. Like, I'm even like sort of very on the edge about it because I really like Beast of Nurgle in scheduled leagues, but I really like not taking Beast of Nurgle in matchmaking.
Yeah,
So,
like with Norse, I'm about the same with the Yeti,
yeah.
but I still take him in schedule in like the ladders, even though I know he sucks balls, just because I need him against like Chaos Dwarves, which is like 50% of the ladder.
Yeah.
Like, although, like, from experience, he sucks as well in casual leagues. But that is because I'm really good at rolling ones on big guys. Like,
Yeah. Well, this team's going to have probably a little bit of a rough first game without the ball carrier. But I think otherwise they're going to do well. They need some guards soon. But then a couple of the Warriors are getting close to maybe leveling up, so there might be some guard in this team's future.
yeah, it's a nice Nergal team, but they are not in the stage where they actually go and kill everyone.
No.
So I would still play for scoring touchdowns on the Warriors and try to get like more block, more guard, more claw mighty blow.
Yeah. More claw mighty blow sounds good. Now we've got Super Green, an Orc team from, I think, Division 4 or 5. Yeah, they were 5. Was this the team that got like a ton of injuries really early on in Division 5 last season?
It might be, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. There was an Orc team that happened to, but I'm not sure if it was this team. But they're looking pretty nice. I mean, I don't see anything to complain about here.
Yeah.
I guess getting a little bit more guard on the other two blitzes would be nice. But
I think he needs more mighty blow. Like,
oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean he's got 3 guard on the Black Hawks. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I'd probably go 1 guard, 1 mighty blow, and make the mighty blow like a piling on tackle guy, probably.
I would say that he needs like a diving tackle blodge and firm blitzer, but I don't have the right to say that anymore.
No, your one died. Yeah, but I mean, it's looking good for this Orc team. Yeah, just level up those blitzers, and it'll be looking really nice. Okay, they've got alliterative Allosaurite who were in Gman 4 last time. They've got a nice amount of block. They've got a fairly good one-turning skink as well.
Yeah, like that is how I would like to have a Lizard team at the second season. Just have like all the Saurus pretty much leveled up, as well as the Crocs, and maybe a good skink that rolled specials.
Yep. Yeah, it's a nice team. And a couple of the sources are getting close to like getting like guard or another mighty blow or something like that. So that's good as well.
Or even tackle, which is never a bad skill.
Yep. Yeah, you probably do want to take tackle on someone, don't you? That's the problem with lizards. There are so many good skills apart from tackle that the Saurus want to get that you really like find yourself delaying tackle because you want to give them the other skills too.
Yeah, it's probably the best team at the last minute tackle.
Yeah.
Like you just pick tackle when you pretty much have to.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 elf teams in this division, so I think they can delay getting tackle for quite a while, actually. Oh, there is a Skaven team as well. But I mean,
Skaven is a tough matchup anyway, so
Yeah.
you really want to have the tackle.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. There isn't too much dodge in this division, so they can probably get away with not taking tackle for a little bit longer. It depends who they get matched up with, like who they're playing early on. They might want to get tackle if they're facing like all the dodgy teams early on. Who knows?
Like, I would say that this is a team to look for finishing first. There are like 3 Nergal teams with at least 1 claw mighty blow each.
Yeah.
And there is metal with like all the claw mighty blow because reasons.
Yeah.
Like if you get metal at week 4 or 5, where when he actually level 2 more Nergal warriors, you just lose the team forever.
Yeah, that is the problem with lizards. They're really nice, like until people start getting claw, and then they're really not so nice.
Yeah, like even a couple of good fouls from dirty players can destroy your development.
Yeah, yeah, they're so slow to develop. It sucks. Oh well, that's lizards. And then we also have 4 Feet of Fun, a dwarf team, who were in Division 4. Oh, they came 3rd in Division 4. That's pretty good. They've got a really nice amount of guard. I like that how much guard they've got.
This is the typical dwarf team.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a shame about the niggles, but I mean, I think with the guard Mighty Blow guy, I think I just accept it and wait for him to die. Because
And
like,
with the Troll Slayer, you probably wait for the... Like, first of all, you buy the second one,
yeah,
and then you replace the old one.
yeah. But yeah, plus movement on the runner, that's very nice. Means you don't have to get your very slow cage quite as close to the end zone before you run off to score. Yeah, I like this team. Yeah, well, I mean, this is the kind of team that you really don't want to play against. Because there's just so much guard, it's going to be really annoying.
Yeah, it's a good dwarf team, but no one really likes in any way dwarves unless you're like TV 2000 Nergal and just don't care anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the last team. There are a couple more that haven't joined yet. I don't know who they are. I think there's... Oh, I'm looking at this list and I don't know who's missing. Oh, I think there's another Dark Elf team and another Dwarf team who haven't joined up yet. So, if you're watching this, sign up already. I'm not sure who I'd put for winning this division. I think maybe Heretics of Lilith and maybe the Skaven, but otherwise I have no clue because anyone could be like killed by Nurgle.
I want to say Pom Peasant, but like from experience, Bretonians never won, and they just like flat out suck.
I think the Pom Peasant gets the moral victory. They might not get the actual victory, but they get the moral one.
Like, I would probably gamble on Metal to have an insane season.
Yeah, I could see that happening. If he just kills enough people, then this Nurgle team just be
He
even
has
more
the
disgusting
team
than it
to
is.
just murder everything and develop because he's murdering.
Yep. Yeah. Nice. Okay. And then there was Division 3. So I think there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 people who are rejoining from Divisions 4 and 5. And there's 1 from Division 3. And then the rest are fresh rolls, and then there's a couple of buy teams as well. Well, there might be 3 even.
I recognize 2, and there is a team called Green Concede, which I think is a bi-week team, but
Yep.
it's Miras Kandu, and I don't know of a different team he has in Rebel, so it might be a real team.
It's Mirazkadu's, so I'm pretty sure that's a buy team. As is, I think, the Surrender Squad and the Poor Admin Squad.
Yeah, like it's a team by Metal and Herringzord, which are like I know them, and I believe Miras Kandu is a big O player, but I might be mistaken. Probably
I'm not sure. I think,
it's probably a bi-week team.
Is Mirazkatu Big O? I don't know. I don't actually know what they're on, but they're one of the admins, so I guess this probably is just a bi-week team. Right, let's have a look at the actual teams. So, first off, we've got Tom Bombadil's The Crimson Horns, who are doing okay. Their warriors are doing very nicely. I'm not sure about the break tackle on the Minotaur. Like, normally you'd go claw first, or maybe guard first.
Yeah, like Claw is nice for leveling up, and like he's a good blitzer with Claw.
Though it does allow the fun plays of break tackle cage diving with a Minotaur.
Yeah, it's like having that movement 5 mummy, but with wild animal and long.
Yeah, not so good for for cage diving, but it is fun. And I guess it's also good for surfing too, isn't it? Because it means they can't really just mark you to prevent the frenzy surf.
Yeah, but even a 2+ dodge with a loner sucks. Like, you never want to do it unless you have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Especially when you get a different block instead if you just blitz normally.
Yeah. Yeah, like, and it's like 2+s as well, because it's wild animal and the break tackle. So.
Yeah, but look, failing the break tackle, like,
yeah,
the Minotaur on the floor, he's a wild animal, so we have to blitz again.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want your Minotaur on the floor. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty nice. I'm not sure about the claw on the Beastman before Mighty Blow. I think Mighty Blow before claw is better.
Yeah, like, just math suggests that unless it's AV9, Mighty Blow is a lot better.
Yeah.
And when it's AV9, it's a tiny difference.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, like it's a nice looking Chaos team. And they're going to have a huge TV advantage against a lot of these teams. Because most of these teams are sort of around 1200, which is going to be interesting.
It's probably the oldest team around.
Yeah. I mean, I think they started in Season 4. Whereas I think the other teams that were here are either starting this season or in Season 5. So yeah, I think it is the oldest team. Then we've got another returning team, Undeady Bears, who are in Division 4. Yep. I mean, this is like, the mummies are nice, but the whites are lacking in development quite a lot.
Like, it's a low TV undead team, so
yeah,
it rocks because it's undead.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame about the minus movement ghoul, but I don't know, I might keep them until I've developed the other ghouls. Because, like, Blodge Step is pretty good, and, like, most of the time the one movement won't make too much of a difference.
Yeah. Like, it's a good team. It can probably win this season, but the longer you play undead, the worse your team become.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The longer if you play undead for a long time and stay with people who are low TV, then you're fine.
Yeah,
but that's not going to happen, is it?
To stay at low TV, like at low divisions with a high TV undead team, you need to lose. So it means that undead just doesn't work for you.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Then we've got Infection Inc., who I remember from last season. They were in Division 4. I think I remember them just because of this logo. Like, it sticks in my mind a lot.
Like, there are like 3 common Nergal logos, and no one uses the rest.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of Nergal.
Yeah. But no, this is a nice Nurgle team. Starting to develop the Killer Beastman. Very good. Plus Agility Pestigore. Amazing. I love it. I had a Agility 5 Pestigore very briefly in Champion Ladder, which was amazing. But then he died on the same game that he got Agility, like the game after he got Agility 5, which was which was a shame. But that's Blood
Happens
Bowl.
a lot.
Yeah. I mean, like agility 4 pestigores, if you can get dodge as well, they're just amazing. Like just being able to have like a Blood Sure Hands agility 4 pestigore makes it so much more easier to win games.
Yeah, like just the AG4 is probably enough to be so worth it.
Yeah, even if they don't get dodge, like just agility 4 is very nice. And if they do get dodge, they just become like your star player.
Yeah, you can also take like 2 heads for some bullshit dodges.
Yep. Yeah, you can make them into a cage diver if you really want to.
Like even on a ball carrier, AG5 is nice because you can pretty much always score, even if there is an elf screen. It's like 3 pluses.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this noble team. Ooh, a 1570. I guess that's just because of the high value of the players.
Yeah, having all positionals and 3 rerolls.
Yeah.
That's like easily 200k of bloat.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure about bloat. I guess it's kind of a little bit bloat, but not really.
Like you're paying for disturbing presence and like foul appearance and Mergel's rot.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like this Nuggle team looking good. Then we've got Squatford FC, who are, I think, the last of the returning. Oh no, hang on. No, the Norse after them are also. So these guys are from Division 5. Yeah. They've got some really nice Saurus and a block croc score. Lovely. I'd probably fire the minus armor value skinks because they're just going to get splattered very, very easily.
Especially if you have like skills on a skink, like keeping him with any stat bust, unless he's like block or sure hands, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like he's just blocked anyway.
Yeah. If you've ever played halflings, you'll know that less than AV7 and Stunty does not go well together. They just die and die and die again. So yeah,
lots of fun. But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is like a really nice team. The only thing is you'd probably like some more guard on some Saurus. And maybe like
he went for a more utility route for dealing with elves with like break tackle and tackle.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like the only other thing you probably want is one skink who gets like agility or a double or something like that to be your main ball carrier.
Even plus movement for a 1-turner.
But yeah, very nice lizard team. It's very nice when you have such well-developed Sauruses on a lizard team. Yeah, and then we've got Nordic Nooblets, who've got some nice berserkers, pretty good Yeti, good enough to like kill some people at least.
Yeah, I think the Yeti was bought off the action market.
Oh really? I didn't. I completely forgot about that this season. Though to be fair, like for Nurgle, no one's going to be selling their players anyway because we all just started.
Like, even if you didn't just start, like, are you going to buy a stat-busted player? Not really. Are you going to sell your healthy, skilled Nurgle warriors?
Yeah.
Like, never. Why would you do that?
Yeah. And even, like, the free market, like, when I'm retiring a team, especially, like when I retired my Chaos team, I specifically didn't sell my players to, like, the free market because I knew I don't want people getting good Chaos players for free, basically.
Like, you will find them on the opposing team in, like, 2 seasons' time, and you just... Like, they will kill everyone just because karma.
Yep, exactly. But But yeah, yeah, I like this team. I think once the runner gets sort of like dodge and sure hands and they can be a reliable bull carrier, this is going to be quite a scary team for killing people and just fouling lots and stuff like that.
Yeah, you still have a very solid lineup against elves because berserkers are with like throw and tackle and bomb. It's pretty good.
Yep. Yep. It's giving me flashbacks to Gengar's team. Gengar's Norse team. Which everyone knows was an absolute murder house. Like
Until that one game where like, one player died. Rage.
Yep. Okay, so that's a nice Norse team. Right, and now we're in the range of new teams who've just been playing their spin games. So Philbo Baggins, who had a Brett team last season, I think, who got very beaten up, is returning with Orcs, and that is a very nice start for Orcs. That's just like a really good start for Orcs.
No. I like reading the Mighty Blow on spin games.
Pardon?
I like choosing Mighty Blow greedily on the spin games.
Yeah. Plus strength and a plus RG Blitzer. That's so nice. I think if it was me, I'd probably fire the thrower fairly soon and just make that plus RG Blitzer my ball carrier.
Yeah. I usually go for the same route anyway, unless I like roll all the specials and try to do something silly.
Yeah. But yeah. This is a very nice start. And the Black Orcs have got some SPP as well, which is always great.
Yeah, like this is the best orc start you can ask for.
Yeah. Their spin games they lost 2, 1-1, drew 1. I'm surprised they had such a good, got so much SPP, considering they lost 2 games, 1-1 and drew 1.
Well, sometimes you get 3 injuries on turn 16.
Yeah, that's true.
Or even 2 injuries. It's lots of SPP.
Yeah, it looks
having,
I was going to say, it looks like this team's just been killing lots of people.
Just getting MVPs and a bit of injuries is enough for the amount of SPP he has. And because probably no one died.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice Orc team. The first Chaos Dwarf team I've seen in the Gman. And already...
That's a Chaos Dwarf.
Did I say Chaos? I mean Chaos Dwarf.
Yeah. You said Chaos Dwarf, but that's a Chaos Dwarf.
Right.
One with the kill.
Yep. I've had Chaos Dwarf teams where I've had 20 Chaos Dwarf blocker skills and none of them were doubles, which was really sad. But but when they do get claw, they can be amazing killers. Just starting with block and tackle is really amazing for a killer.
For everything, just for LOS for having block and tackle means you usually just annoy people and are good against elves.
Yeah. And so this is one of the teams that has actually played a game already. Some people in Division 3 very eager and have managed to get the game underway already. And so he's got a few level ups as well, which is looking really nice. Getting some guard and some mighty blow along with those blood
Probably
centers.
a dirty player on the hobgoblin.
Yeah, very nice. I think that's a team to look out for. Then we've got Atletico Reptiles. You've got Block on a Croc score already. Very nice. Another Saurus. And looks like they've got the money for their third reroll as well, which is good.
For a team with only spin games, this is what I would expect from a good start.
Yep.
You can get the third reroll. You have 2 level ups on the Source/Crocs, and you are close to a couple more.
Yeah, it looks like they got some nice MVP placements on the lizardmen rather than the skinks, which is always important. Yeah, but nice team. Looking forward to seeing that. A human team, which I'm not even going to try and pronounce because I know I'll get that really, really wrong. Do you want to give it a go?
I'm not sure how I even read some of the letters in that name.
Right, for this human team, it's looking pretty good actually. Block on the ogre. We've seen a lot of block big guys recently.
Yeah, I think that like huge Jackman dying, like blessed everyone saying big guy luck.
Well, I hope my big guy gets blocked too soon. But yeah, good start. Couple of blitzer levels, couple of catcher levels, looking nice. Yeah, can't complain.
No, like humans, like even with skills, they always feel weird for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like humans because, like, well, I mean, like, I'm not a fan of playing humans because they're so, like, all-rounders. They're not very good at anything. Like, they're not amazing at anything. Which is what makes them feel bad to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like Bretonians. Like you try to do everything, but you fail at both.
Yeah. But they can pull off some elfy stuff, and they can also kill lots of stuff, so I can see why people like playing them. But yeah, nice start for humans. Then we've got Bad Bitches 2. Wonder what happened to Bad Bitches 1. Was Bad Bitches 1 in this last season?
I
I
really
don't think so. I don't know.
I would remember the silly names.
Yeah, so I'm I'm not sure.
It's Hilo from the Rookie League, so it's Bad Bitches 1 might be a Rookie League team.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, but
Dang it, Hilo, with your silly name.
it's a nice start. Yeah, lots of dodge. A guard already. They've got the leader, so maybe they get up to 3 rerolls. I'm not sure if you do want it when you've got leader already.
Yeah, you probably just want all positionals quickly, and,
Yeah.
and maybe try to like head start as high elf.
Yeah, the only problem with getting like all the catches so quickly is then that you kind of have to end up exposing catchers who don't have like blodge, and then they can kind of just die.
Yeah, but like from experience, they die anyway. So
That's true.
having backups means that losing one isn't so devastating, because when you have like 2 catchers you're trying to level and one dies, you pretty much lost half of your progression.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, nice start for High Elves. Gonna be doing well against any team that doesn't have too much tackle. So, most of these teams, apart from the Chaos Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Then what have we got? Then we've got...
Yeah.
Oh, the only
The
other
Brits.
real team is, yes, the Bretts. Real Welsh Dragons, who... Oh, okay, so I don't... Wait, no, they did play a spin game against Bad Bitches 2, and this other game was the game versus the Chaos Dwarfs, where they seem to have been pretty beaten up.
Ouch.
Yeah. Is that a permanent injury on the Blitzer? No, it's only a mistakes game, so that's not too bad. But yeah. They've got very little cash. Maybe they had to replace someone? Or maybe they
That
just got...
sounds like likely.
Or it's possible they just got unlucky with winnings as well. But yeah. I mean, it's a standard vet team. There isn't any much development yet, but hopefully they can bounce back from getting kind of beaten up by that Chaos Dwarf team.
Yeah. Chaos Dwarf is probably your worst matchup early on.
Mm.
Maybe orcs is like worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically any bash matchup is what Brits really hate.
Yeah, but like normal dwarves, you can maybe deal with it because it's even strength, so just don't break.
Yeah.
But when like Dauntless is not enough because it's only offensive.
Yeah. All right. So there we have it. Ooh. I think it's probably too early to say who's going to win Division 3. I think it's likely to be one of the returning teams because they'll have a big advantage for like at least the first few games. But
Yeah,
otherwise, I'm not sure. That Chaos Dwarf team, they could really kick off. So
it's
who knows?
probably one of the 5 returning. I would like to say Norse because I like Norse and Bainesy is a nice coach. But
yeah, I think the Lizardmen probably also have a very good shot because they've just got so well developed Sauruses.
yeah, it's going to be tough to say who is going to win. But gambling on a developed team probably is more likely.
Yeah. All right. So we're at the end. Wow, hour and a half. I guess the last 2 divisions have cut off half an hour off our cast times, but I guess we probably went into a bit more detail than we normally would.
We reach like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Sometimes. So that was incredibly quick.
Yep. As far as Gman recaps go, this was a short one. So thank you very much if you listened to the whole thing. That's about it. Tune in for next week's one and the weeks afterwards. But thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. See you next time.